And I'm back. What's good with it, guys? UCF Jaguar here with GenJag.com, and in this video I am going to be discussing my top 3 Jaguars that are poised for breakout seasons. Now, before I start this video, I want to give a shout out to my man Brennan from BoldCityRecords.com. He's provided me with some sick music for my upcoming videos, so if you want to check out the song that I'm going to be playing and his website for more information, I'll put his links down in the description. So enjoy the video, guys. So the first player I want to discuss is Myles Jack, and I am so excited to see what Myles Jack has to offer for the team this year. He was my favorite player in last year's draft. He was a guy who I wanted us to pick with the number 5 overall pick in the 2016 draft before the whole knee injury went about, but I really love the value how we were able to get him in the second round, and this is really going to be the new prototype of middle linebacker, just with how the game is shifting toward the pass attack and how much space he can cover. Last year he wasn't really able to be used too well just because we had Poised started middle linebacker, then you had Telvin Smith as the will, so really the only spot for him was a Sam. But you know, with the Sam, it's more of a run stopping position and you're a lot closer to the line of scrimmage. I like giving Myles Jack space to be able to cover because he is an elite cover linebacker, and I really think pairing him with Telvin Smith give us 2 speedy linebackers. And one thing that was cool about Myles Jack was last year was a really big developmental and training year for him. In the preseason and in pre-training camp, he was getting reps at both middle linebacker and the weak side linebacker before shifting over to the strong side. So he has familiarity with all the positions, so I think that will help him out, along with Poised kind of mentoring him to build him into as good of a linebacker as he can. And the second player I want to discuss is Ben Koyack. Now, I touched a little bit on Big Koyack in my tight end preview video, but I think Ben Koyack is poised for a breakout year. Now, while he may not show it in the stat book, I think he'll more so show it in, you know, kind of his run blocking ability. As we all know, Jaguars are trying to have a more run-based attack, so I think he's a dual threat. I think he'll be able to greatly help out in our run game, and I also think that he's a pretty good dual threat. I mean, I think he can be a pretty good receiving tight end. I like what I saw out of him last year. He's been with the Jags for 2 years, kind of, you know, he's been a 7th round pick, so he's been more of a developmental guy, but this year I really see him poised for that breakout season. And the very last player I want to discuss is Jalen Ramsey. Now, a lot of you guys are like, what are you talking about? Jalen Ramsey had a great year last year. But I'm more saying this in the sense of breaking out nationally. Now, as we all know, Jalen Ramsey had a great tail end to last year, but he's obviously a pretty household name with him being, you know, one of the top players in the 2016 draft. However, even though he had a great year last year, he wasn't in the NFL top 100 players. He wasn't in the Pro Bowl. I think he has a lot more room to grow nationally, and just this year, if he can put together a solid 16 games where he produces some stat book numbers like, you know, turnovers and maybe even forced fumbles. He's great against the run, and you know, Jalen Ramsey, he's just he's such a physical cornerback. He is so exciting to watch, and I really can't wait for week 1 when DeAndre Hopkins and Jalen Ramsey play each other, because that is such a physical matchup, and it's so much fun to watch. And with that said, thanks so much for watching my video. Be sure to follow Generation Jaguar in all the links down below, and I will see you guys on Monday for my next position preview. Peace.
Once you're beating your opponent who's in front of you physically and psychologically, they tend to get mad like that.